Hi everyone, welcome to this channel. I am Chris. It's a pleasure to be with you today. Before I start, please feel free to subscribe to this channel and on the notification button so that you will receive the new e-learning videos from this channel going forward. If there is one word to describe the landscape of internal audit right now, it's pivotal. We are standing at a crossroads where the demand for our assurance is higher than ever, yet the challenges we face seem to multiply exponentially. Let's look at the data. According to the latest Risk and Focus 2026 report from the European Institutes of Internal Auditors, cybersecurity and data security remain the #1 risk area, but they are now deeply intertwined with digital disruption and the breakneck adoption of AI. Meanwhile, a new survey from the IIA and Audit Board reveals a stark readiness gap. While 85% of leaders view AI-enabled fraud as a significant risk, fewer than 40% believe their teams are adequately prepared to detect it. The reality is that we are being asked to do more with sometimes less, to predict rather than just report, and to master technologies that are evolving overnight. But here is the good news. These challenges are not insurmountable. They are opportunities in disguise. Over the next couple of minutes, we are going to cut through the noise. We will identify the 3 most critical challenges facing internal audit in 2026. And more importantly, I will provide you with a concrete roadmap and actionable strategies to overcome them, transforming your audit function into a dynamic, tech-savvy, and indispensable strategic partner. Let's start with the elephant in the room. Artificial intelligence. We are facing a paradox. On one hand, AI is revolutionizing how we work. Gartner reports that a staggering 83% of audit functions are either piloting or already using AI, with plans to increase usage exponentially over the next year. We are leveraging it for audit planning, risk assessment, and even fieldwork to accelerate anomaly detection and cycle times. But here is the flip side. While we use AI as a tool, we are struggling to audit AI as a risk. This is the AI paradox. The same technology driving efficiency is also being weaponized. The top concern for 88% of audit leaders is AI-powered phishing attacks, followed by fabricated financial documents and deepfakes. We are trying to catch a fraudster who is using a Ferrari while we are still on a bicycle. Why this gap? The barriers are clear but stubborn. First, talent and skills. 55% of leaders cite a lack of staff with relevant expertise. We can't audit what we don't understand. Second, technology and tools. 57% say they lack the appropriate technology to fight AI-enabled fraud. Manual testing simply cannot keep up with automated threats. And finally, there is the wait-and-see mindset. As Richard Chambers notes, internal audit has an Achilles heel when it comes to technology adoption, hesitancy that leaves us perpetually behind the curve. So, how do we overcome this? We move from dabbling to strategizing. Action 1. Develop an AI adoption roadmap. Stop treating AI as a series of isolated experiments. Create a structured plan that aligns with your organization's goals. Identify high-value use cases, like contract review or continuous monitoring, that can deliver a measurable return on investment. This isn't just about efficiency, it's about freeing up your team to focus on complex judgment and strategic insights. Action 2. Upskill with purpose. You don't need to turn every auditor into a data scientist overnight, but you do need to build T-shaped professionals, deep in audit, but broad enough to speak tech. Prioritize training in AI governance, data analytics, and cybersecurity fundamentals. As one KPMG report highlights, understanding the ethical and regulatory implications of AI is just as crucial as understanding the code. Action 3. Embed continuous monitoring. We cannot rely on annual snapshots. We need a 360-degree view of risk. By leveraging AI and analytics for continuous monitoring, we can move from being historians to forecasters, detecting early warning signals before they become crises. Let's shift gears from technology to people. For years, we've worried about automation replacing auditors. But the reality is the human element is becoming more valuable, not less. However, it's a specific set of human skills that are in short supply. According to the Internal Audit Foundation's research, the skills that will future-proof our profession aren't just technical. They are what we call the human superpowers: professional skepticism, critical thinking, ethical judgment, and communication. I can analyze data, but it cannot challenge an assumption, navigate a sensitive political conversation with a process owner, or intuit that a temporary workaround is actually a fraud risk in the making. Yet, our hiring, training, and evaluation frameworks often reward compliance and technical checklists over these soft skills. This skills gap feeds directly into a perception problem. The Vision 2035 report delivered a sobering wake-up call. More than half of stakeholders still see internal audit as compliance-focused, or worse, the police. We are viewed as value protectors, not value creators. If our stakeholders don't see us as trusted advisors, we lose our seat at the table where strategic decisions are made. Action 1. Redefine and communicate your value. You have to take ownership of your brand. Don't let your stakeholders define you by outdated stereotypes. Revise your audit charter, your website description, and your engagement letters to emphasize strategic insights. When you report, don't just list findings. Tell a story about risk and opportunity. As the saying goes, your reputation shapes your influence. Action 2. Hire and develop for superpowers. This requires a fundamental shift in talent strategy. Update your job descriptions to explicitly seek out intellectual curiosity and relationship-building skills. Look for candidates from non-traditional backgrounds. Most importantly, change your performance metrics. Reward team members not just for completing audits, but for demonstrating skepticism that uncovered a hidden risk or for building a bridge with a difficult stakeholder. Action 3. Activate the first and second lines. You cannot and should not do this alone. Lean audit teams can't beat fraud alone. Your greatest leverage lies in activating the people closest to the risk. The first line, operations, and the second line, risk, compliance, HR. Work with the first line to define what good looks like and create psychological safety so they can raise concerns early. Align the second line so that legal, compliance, and risk are sharing data and coordinating responses. By acting as a catalyst that connects these dots, you transform from a safety net into an integrator of risk management. Our final challenge hits at the very core of our work: audit quality. Specifically, the problem of the correction illusion. How many times have we audited a process, found an issue, received management's response that it's fixed, only to come back a year later and find the exact same problem? This is the correction illusion, where actions are taken, but the root cause is never addressed. Management implements a superficial fix, and we, stretched for time, accept it. The danger of surface-level audits. This happens because we often stop at asking what happened rather than why. We identify a missing signature or a control breach, but we fail to uncover why the system allowed it or why the culture normalized it. In our rush to complete the audit, we become complicit in a cycle of recurring findings that erode trust and waste resources. The 2024 IIA standards now explicitly require auditors to document the root cause when identified, making this a professional obligation, not just a best practice. To break this cycle, we must embed root cause analysis, or RCA, into our audit methodology from day one. Action 1. Use practical RCA tools. You don't need a PhD in quality management to find root causes. Simple, effective tools work wonders. The 5 whys. When you find an error, ask why repeatedly. This helps peel back the layers of symptom to find the systemic cause. Fishbone, Ishikawa. Diagrams. For complex, multifaceted issues, use a fishbone diagram in a workshop with the process owners. It helps map out all potential causes related to people, process, technology, and environment. The key is to find a cause that is verifiable, supported by evidence. Attributable points to a specific flaw. And changeable, something you can actually fix. Action 2. Build RCA into your audit program. Don't wait until the reporting phase to look for root causes. Incorporate why questions into your interview guides from the start. When you find a control weakness, ask the process owner. If you could change one thing about this system to prevent this error, what would it be? Their answer is often your root cause. Action 3. Validate the fix, not just the action. When verifying management's action plans, be ruthless. If they say, "We updated the policy," your follow-up should be, "Show me how this policy change prevents the error." If they say, "We trained the staff," ask, "How did you test the effectiveness of the training?" We must move from verifying completion to verifying effectiveness. This is how we ensure that corrected means cured. We have covered a lot of ground, but these three solutions, AI adoption, human superpowers, and root cause analysis, don't exist in silos. They reinforce each other. So how do you actually start? I propose a simple, three-step integrated roadmap based on EY's 10 plays for strengthening audit functions. Phase 1. The blank sheet, refresh, next 30 days. Take a blank sheet of paper and look at your audit universe. Is it based on legacy structures or current reality? Scrub it clean. Eliminate outdated areas and map the emerging risks we discussed. AI governance, third-party cyber resilience, and geopolitical impacts on your supply chain. This optimizes your resource allocation immediately. Phase 2. The skills and tech sprint, next 90 days. Conduct a formal skills assessment. Where are your gaps? Is it data analytics? AI ethics? Use this to build a targeted training plan. Simultaneously, empower your teams with decentralized data analytics tools. Give them the power to run their own tests rather than waiting for a centralized data team to get to their request. This agility is critical. Phase 3. The value creation launch, ongoing. Finally, take your redefined mission public. Use your next audit committee meeting to present not just a list of assurances, but a forward-looking risk brief. Show them the results of your continuous monitoring. Demonstrate how you helped a business unit solve a recurring problem using root cause analysis. Show them you are a value creator. I want to leave you with a final thought. Management consultant Peter Drucker once said, "The best way to predict the future is to create it." The challenges we face, AI disruption, talent wars, and the demand for deeper insights, are not threats to our profession. They are the catalyst for its evolution. The organizations that will thrive are those whose internal audit functions step up now to close the readiness gap. It's about developing the roadmap for AI, cultivating the superpowers of your people, and insisting on digging deep enough to find the truth. By doing this, we don't just overcome challenges. We build a resilient organization. We earn the seat at the strategic table. And we prove that internal audit isn't just a necessary cost of compliance. It's a competitive advantage. That's to the end of this sharing session. If you found this channel as useful, please feel free to subscribe and share it out with your friends and colleagues. Thank you, and have a great day ahead.